My dear listener, angels have an important message for you. Angels say you are encountering a profound moment in your life that demands your attention. A powerful connection is unfolding, bringing forth emotional challenges you may not have anticipated. The special person who occupies your thoughts is avoiding you, but the reasons are more complex than you imagine. Your angels want you to understand what's truly happening behind the scenes. This person, who has made your heart race and at times brought restlessness to your soul, is currently distant. You might have noticed a silence that cannot be ignored. Questions may weigh on your mind. Why did they distance themselves? Did something you did or said cause this? Your angels have and want to reveal the reason for their distance goes beyond what you imagine. To claim today's message, press the like button on this video and write 333. It's easy to believe that the distance is due to something we did or because the person no longer cares. But your angels want you to understand that this situation is much more complex. The distance isn't due to a lack of feelings. In fact, it's the opposite. This person is avoiding you because their feelings are so intense that they've become difficult to handle. They are torn between what their heart desires and what their mind tries to rationalize. Imagine being caught between two opposing forces. On one side, a deep desire to connect, to open the heart and let emotions flow. On the other, fear, doubt, and logic trying to convince them that keeping their distance is the safest choice. This internal battle is leading them to retreat, to distance themselves, to protect themselves from something they cannot control. Your angels reveal that this person is going through a period of intense introspection. They are reevaluating everything in their life, including the decisions they've made and the people they've chosen to relate to. You hold a very special place in their heart, but also bring up deep fears, the fear of losing themselves in the intensity of their feelings, the fear of being vulnerable, of getting hurt, or even hurting you. Often, they feel overwhelmed by the strength of the connection you share. They try to process everything logically, but their heart insists on speaking louder. In this battle between heart and mind, distance occurs. They believe that by distancing themselves, they are protecting both of you from possible suffering. However, they haven't realized that this distance only intensifies the feelings they try to repress. Your angels are guiding you toward understanding and patience. Understand that their distance is not a reflection of lack of love or interest, but of an internal struggle they're having with themselves. They are seeking answers within, trying to find a balance between what they feel and what they think is the most logical decision. Although this may be painful for you, it's essential that you give them space to face these internal demons. Their journey is as important as yours, and your angels are by your side, offering comfort and clarity during this process. Remember, this distance is temporary. Your angels reveal that once they find clarity within themselves, the connection between you will become even stronger. Until that happens, you may feel the weight of silence, doubt, and uncertainty. It is here that your angels ask you to trust in the divine process. Even though everything may seem uncertain now, know that everything is happening exactly as it should, so that both of you can grow and evolve. They need this time and space to understand the depth of their feelings for you. They need to reconcile what they feel with what they think, and this may take time. But your angels assure that in the end, everything will become clear to them. The important thing is that you keep the faith and allow time and love to do their work. In this moment of distance, it's crucial to understand what's happening in their heart and mind. They are fighting a battle between two powerful forces, reason and emotion. Their heart intensely desires to connect with you, to delve deeply into this relationship and explore everything that this bond has to offer. At the same time, their mind tries to keep them away, suggesting that perhaps it's safer not to completely surrender to these feelings. Please share this message with 10 family and friends members. Like this video and leave a positive comment. When they think of you, their heart races, their mind fills with memories, shared moments, and feelings that are both comforting and scary. They know that by opening up to you, they will be vulnerable to all kinds of emotions, both the most sublime and the most painful. And that's exactly what scares them. Your angels reveal that this person is afraid of getting lost in the intensity of this love, of not being able to maintain the control they value so much. Their mind springs into action, rationalizing, looking for reasons to keep their distance. They may think that keeping away is the best way to protect themselves, to avoid feelings becoming too painful. They may try to convince themselves that by maintaining this distance, they are doing what's best for both of you. The truth is that this internal struggle is not easy for them. Every step they take to move away is accompanied by silent pain, a part of them that laments not following their heart. Your angels want you to understand an important truth. The reason why this person is avoiding you is not because they don't care, but because they care too much. They fear that by surrendering to these feelings, they may lose themselves or even hurt you. There is a deep concern about the emotional consequences of this connection, leaving them in a constant state of alert, trying to find a balance that seems impossible to achieve. Your angels ask you to see beyond appearances. Although the distancing may seem like a sign of disinterest or lack of love, in reality, it's a reflection of how intense the connection between you is. This person is struggling to reconcile what they feel with what they think is the wisest decision. But this internal battle is draining them. They feel the weight of repressed emotions, unsaid words, and feelings trying to express themselves in ways they can't control. Your angels recognize that this situation can be extremely challenging for you. Feeling distant from someone you love can bring up insecurities, doubts, and even fear. It's natural to wonder if something you did or didn't do contributed to this distancing. But your angels want you to know that this is not about you, but about the journey that this person needs to undertake internally. The connection you share is deeply spiritual. Often, intense spiritual relationships bring out the deepest and hidden parts of our soul. They force us to confront our shadows, fears, and insecurities, and that can be scary. For this person, being close to you means facing all of that head on, and at the moment, they feel they're not ready to deal with all the intensity that this connection requires. But do not lose hope. The angels are working behind the scenes, helping this person find clarity, understand their own feelings, and reconcile what the heart desires with what the mind tries to avoid. This distancing is a necessary phase, a time that will allow them to do the internal work that needs to be done, so that eventually they can come back to you with a clearer heart and a lighter spirit. What can you do during this time? Your angels suggest that you use this period to focus on yourself. Often, when we are involved in an intense connection, we forget about our own needs and growth. This is a perfect moment for you to introspect, to take care of your own emotions, and to strengthen yourself spiritually. Practice self-love and patience. Know that everything is unfolding according to the divine plan. Your angels are guiding both you and this person through this process. And although it may seem challenging now, there is light at the end of the tunnel. The connection between you is not something that can be easily broken. You are spiritually connected in a way that transcends time and space. And even though you may be physically distant, the bond remains strong and unbreakable. In due time, things will align. Until then, continue to trust in your angels, cultivate inner peace, and know that everything is being orchestrated for the greater good of both. Physical distance and silence can be deceiving. It may seem like things have cooled off, that the connection has lost intensity, or that feelings are no longer the same. But your angels want you to know that in spiritually deep relationships, silence can be even more eloquent than words. It's in this space of quietness that souls truly meet and communicate. If you feel compelled, consider supporting this channel through a super thanks of $20 or $30 to continue receiving these divine messages. And don't forget to subscribe for more angelic insights and guidance. While this person is physically stepping away, there is intense communication happening on subtler levels. Both of you are energetically connecting, exchanging information, feelings, and thoughts, even without realizing it. Your souls are in constant dialogue, even when no words are exchanged. This silent communication can manifest in various ways. Perhaps you have vivid dreams of them, feel their presence inexplicably, or are overwhelmed by emotions that seem to come out of nowhere. Your angels want you to pay attention to these signs, as they contain important messages. The spiritual connection you share is not common. It transcends time and space, surpassing physical and emotional barriers. This means that even with physical distance, you are still deeply connected. The energy of one influences the other, and you can feel this in ways that may be difficult to understand rationally. This phase of silence and distancing has a spiritual purpose. Often, when we are very close to someone physically, it can be difficult to see certain truths. Distance allows the soul to breathe, feelings to be processed, and the true nature of the connection to be understood. This does not mean that the bond is weakening. On the contrary, It is strengthening at a deeper level, paving the way for a fuller and more conscious union. Your angels ask you not to despair over the silence or apparent coldness. This is a necessary time for each to do the internal work that needs to be done. Though it may seem difficult now, this phase is temporary and is preparing the ground for a more mature and conscious love. During this time, focus on strengthening your own spirituality. Dedicate yourself to practices that elevate your energy, such as meditation, prayer, or any other form of connection with the divine that resonates with you. These practices will help alleviate the anxiety that silence can bring and strengthen the spiritual bond you share. Your angels want you to know that despite the silence, the connection between you is not weakening. It is strengthening, solidifying at a level that goes beyond rational understanding. This is a time of preparation, when both souls are adjusting and aligning for what is to come. Trust that everything is unfolding according to the divine plan, and that soon the reasons for the silence and distance will become clear. Fear is a powerful emotion, especially in spiritually deep relationships. It's natural to feel fear when facing something that can change our lives significantly. This person is dealing with a deep fear of being completely vulnerable before you. They fear that by opening up, by surrendering to this connection, they will expose the most sensitive and fragile parts of themselves, parts they may never have shown to anyone. Your angels want you to understand that vulnerability is the core of any deep and true relationship. Without vulnerability, there is no true intimacy. But being vulnerable is scary. This person is struggling to balance the need to open up with the desire to protect themselves. It's this internal struggle that is fueling their fear, causing them to withdraw in an attempt to protect themselves from possible pain. They fear that by opening up to you, by showing who they really are, you may not like what you see. They fear their imperfections, insecurities, or even their shadows may be too much for you. They carry a belief that if you really knew all aspects of them, you might not love them in the same way. Your angels want you to know that although fear is powerful, it is not insurmountable. True love has the ability to heal, transform, and overcome the deepest fears. But for this to happen, it takes time, patience, and understanding. This person needs to feel safe to be who they really are, without fear of judgment or rejection. As they deal with these fears, reflect on your own vulnerabilities. What is this situation bringing out in you? Are there fears or insecurities you need to face? Your journey is intertwined, and by working on your own issues, you will also be helping this person deal with theirs. Vulnerability is a two-way street, and by allowing yourself to be vulnerable, you create a safe space for the other to do the same. Your angels also reveal that the fear this person feels is a reflection of something much bigger, a pattern they've been carrying for a long time. This pattern may have originated in past experiences, traumas, or beliefs they've internalized throughout their life. They are being called to confront these patterns, to question them, and to overcome them so they can fully open up to the love you offer. During this time, continue to be a loving, and understanding presence, even if you are not in direct contact. The energy you emanate can be felt by them. Send love, light, and support, knowing that gradually these fears will begin to dissipate. Healing does not happen overnight, but over time. True love always finds a way to shine through the shadows. Finally, your angels want you to know that after a period of distance and introspection, both you and this person are being prepared for a new chapter in your connection. The challenges faced so far have not been in vain. They have served to strengthen the bond you share and prepare both of you for a deeper and more meaningful relationship. Reconciliation is on the way, but it is important to approach it with patience, understanding, and an open heart. The path to reconciliation begins within you. During this period of separation, you've had the opportunity to grow, heal old wounds, and reconnect with your own essence. Now, with this new perspective, you are in a better position to approach this person with more clarity and unconditional love. One of the main steps toward reconciliation is forgiveness, not only mutual forgiveness, but also forgiveness of oneself. Your angels ask you to remember that forgiveness is the key to freeing the heart from the weight of the past. When you forgive, you make room for love to flow again without the barriers of resentment or guilt. Thank you for joining us today. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel, like this video, and share it with your close friends. Stay tuned and continue to believe in the power of love. If you believe in God's plan for you, your support means everything as we journey together towards love. To show your support, consider giving a super thanks of up to $30 if you believe this message will come true. This phase of reconciliation also requires honesty. In order to truly reconnect, it will be necessary for both of you to be completely transparent about your feelings, fears, and expectations. Open communication is essential for wounds to be healed and for you to build a solid foundation for the future. Your angels are by your side, encouraging you to speak from the heart, to express your truths lovingly, and to listen to the other with empathy. The unity that your angels speak of involves the integration of everything you've learned and experienced, both together and separately. It's a state of harmony where both of you feel safe to be who you are without fear of judgment or rejection. Trust that everything is happening according to the divine plan, and that every step you take, even in seemingly opposite directions, is actually bringing you closer to each other. Your angels want you to know that despite the silence and distance, the love you share is real and powerful. It is this love that is guiding both of you through this phase, allowing old wounds to heal and new beginnings to be possible. If you love this message, truth me, you will love this one on screen too. Click on it to watch.